third topic, the third question on this topic is the higher mind aspect. And are they considered humans, humanoids, or other?
I'll say none, because
so they're other.
Because human, what are we? We can say we're human, right? But what is a human?
No, I'm not saying we're not going to deep aspects. Like,
right.
What would they be considered? They would be like,
I would consider
humans, humanoid, or other. Like they would consider something else. From what I heard, they got the same kind of makeup. They might be a little bigger. They have the same kind of appendages. They got the same kind of. So like,
here's the thing of
humanoid.
See, that's why I would say I couldn't answer that. And based off of what you said when you first started, if you can change, if I can move my consciousness from one body to the next body, then I'm just pure consciousness just using bodies. You understand what I'm saying? I don't really have a definite look. I look like I look like, I guess, whatever I look like when I need to survive on this planet.
But what was the original body, I'm asking? The original body before that? Because all of them was born. So when they born, what are they born as?
Well, I'll say they look similar to us. Very similar to us. Humanoid. Yeah, they would call us humanoids, and I say that why? Because you said something, and I wanted to tap on that. When you was like, do you think there's anything before? I don't think there was, and I'm gonna tell you why. Or for their chronology, or for what they saying when you look into their tablets, right? When they doing their whole methodology of the war, of the universe, which basically they're talking about the formation and the creation of the universe, and they saying what Earth was, and I still can't remember the name, I forgot the name, was a bigger ball. And their planet Nibiru hit Earth. You know what I'm saying? Because it comes, like they say, it comes into our constellation, and this is what caused the Great Flood, which caused the Great Flood later on. But back then, when their planet came into constellation, they believed, and I won't argue with them, because, and I know why they're saying that, because they were more physically advanced and spiritually and technologically advanced when they got here, so they're going to say in opposite. But we not thinking about it, who knows how it went. But they planet hit our planet. Boom. When they planet hit our planet, it seeded our planet. It gave us the seeds of life. Whatever was on their planet that created them, hit our planet, and boom, split Earth from what we consider the moon, and created the asteroid belt.
But that would only be on this side of the universe. The universe is almost
no, I'm not talking about, I'm talking about us. I'm not talking about nobody else. I'm talking about us.
I'm saying, so I would think there would be another species that came before all of them events. That's even more took like that's ahead that. That's probably doing the traveling already and what you call it.
But of course, because
I think it was the first thing.
No. But we dealing with us and us.
The question is will end up becoming for the reason I think something that came before, because it is a advanced planet of species like that. Of course,
because like I said,
somewhere else there's advanced species like that as well, and I'm thinking they could like do black holes, wormholes, whatever you want to say.
But like I just said in the beginning, I said the Atlanteans is a bunch of different aliens. They're not one species. So of course there's other species. Yeah, of course there was other ones. You know what I mean? Because you're talking about the boom that's still ringing. Yeah, that's still ringing to this day. So more universes is being created. So of course it's the first, the second, the third, and the fourth. I was just saying, was there anything on here before them with us? I don't think so.
These sides.
Yeah, because when they hit us, they seeded us. Now, they seeded us. Now, were they already seeded? You understand? Or
did the combination see both of us?
You got it. And did they just develop faster than we did?
That sounds more.
Now, when you find out, come to find out when you do the research, the original humans had bigger craniums. That means we had bigger brains. So that means we were ultimately very smarter.
You can find, look it up. There's 1,000. I won't say 1,000. That's an exaggeration. But there's a lot of photos of skulls found by archaeologists with big craniums, and it was nothing they on that stratigraph.
And they
on Google.
Right.
There's a ton of them. So
that means we have bigger brains. That means we're capable of a lot more things intelligent. Because I mean, a bigger brains, that means you can do things more. Probably could telekinetically talk to each other and all kinds of shit. But were they tampering with our DNA? Because like even when you read the Ember Tablets, his sister said when Enki was like, yo, there's people on this planet. And they was like, nigga, there ain't nothing on this planet. He's like, yes, they are. And he took them to his little laboratory, which we know is the Garden of Eden. And he showed them, they was like, they couldn't believe it. First thing his sister said, yo, they're us millions of years ago. To me, that answered everything.
This is the.
That's why they said we can't tamper with them.
Besides this being a matrix and there's nothing really being physical and real and everything just being what you call it. This is the reason why people like monks and people how can tap into levitating and creating fire. You can also look that up online. Monk create fire with his bare hands. It was on the news. They had the TV cameras around. It was all broadcasted. And also look at 6 people cure a tumor with their energy. That's also it was on some papers on the news. All the shit you can look up.
Because everything.
So and it's all of them, and they have it on the fucking X-ray machine. And you see the tumor get smaller and smaller. Watching my show, we both is bugging the fuck out. Get smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller.
Because
so this is the reason why we people can do certain these things because we are them. I mean, like so we can tap into that kind of energy.
To be honest with you, off of what the tablet.
He created fire with their hands.
Like off of what
superpower shit.
Listen to me. Off of what Thought said. He said, nigga. Y'all niggas is like us, to be real with you. The shit they done did to you niggas is greater than us.
We hybrids.
You understand? You understand?
So
this is why they fear. They fear us even more for the fact that
that's why people so dumb.
Without spirituality, you're a very dangerous fucking being. Without spirituality, and they understand that. That's why I thought on the second time around was trying to embrace it. That's why the Egyptians were the way they were. And I'm not for nothing, no not. That's why black people are the way we are. So spiritual.
If they vibrated higher mentally, physically, and spiritually, why did they do so much low frequency things?
Yo, bro.
Because you like one more thing. The reason I'm asking that, one more thing is that when you vibrate mentally, spiritually, and physically, not only the technology, not only what you can do, not only the superpower aspect is going to come with it, also the overstanding of how things are supposed to be should come with it too. So why they doing raping and doing a bunch of low frequency things that they so farther along? Not only technologically wise, as I said, mentally, physically, and they spiritually. Like Billy Carson said, these motherfuckers have to be spiritually more advanced and mentally more advanced for them to do the things to do, transferring consciousness and body. So they was not.
I'm gonna tell you why.
But he's doing a lot of low frequency.
Well, you know why?
American.
No.
Not American. Worldly human shit.
Cause they us. Cause they us, nigga.
I said, how do you? It's an oxymoron. How you doing both at the same time? How you vibrate?
I'm gonna tell you how. I'm gonna.
Yet so low at the same time. Shouldn't that overstanding come with it?
I'm gonna tell you why. Alright. Let's pretend to be them for a minute. Your planet is dying. Your planet, and you have to save this motherfucker. You done did everything to save this bitch. Everything in your power to save this bitch. One of your own done left the planet. Y'all don't know. You told this nigga killed himself because he couldn't be king no more. And he came here and he's telling y'all niggas y'all found gold. Now y'all already now. Let's go through the rationality of it for a minute, and I'm gonna tell you exactly what it is. I know what it is. I don't want to say the word, but I just want you to see it for a minute. Now, off what you done said, I'm intelligent. I'm spiritually aware. I could do a whole bunch of things. All of us. You know what I'm saying? Enki, because you know what I'm saying. He's studying science and shit. Because you gotta remember, they're all individuals. So not everybody is doing the same fucking things. Enki learned this, or he may be able to create a computer, could do this, and like, wow, we could move our consciousness, whatever. So now we could do all of this, but we done tried everything underneath the sun to save our fucking planet. We need gold. We done this. We figured out that substance that we know as is gold. We need that because the gold is in whatever is in the atmosphere. So if we can get that gold, we can replenish more gold. We'll be good. We need to find gold, but they can't find gold. So now they still on their planet figuring out what to do.
It's almost where the humans get the idea of going to other people's countries and taking their natural resources.
This is because they are us and we're them, man.
Take our natural resources.
So now they come here. Alu come here. He finds the gold. He tells them there's gold here. They come here. They come here with morals. They come here with principles to get here. Now the irony of all of this shit to me is it be power's a motherfucker, bro. And I think that's all inside of us. Why this shit all happens is replaying itself over and over and over again.
There's nothing new under the sun.
Nothing new. So now they come here, more morals, values, not doing certain things. We know the laws of traveling through the universe. You meet other beings just like ourselves. We don't tamper with them. We come here. We trying to mine for gold. We bring the Iggy with us. They not royalty. That's what they said in the Bible, the sons of God. The Iggy's the sons of God. They're not royalty. So they, you know what I mean? So they come here, the Iggy's doing all the hard work. The Iggy's getting upset. They like, yo, nigga, what the fuck is going on here, nigga? We ain't your slaves. Because it says that all in them will tablet. We are not your fucking slaves. And this earth is hard as fuck. We got none of our technology. We don't got women. They said that all in the tablet. We don't got our women. And y'all niggas y'all brought some of y'all women with y'all. This ain't fair. A revolution was about to start. So they had to figure out how to quiver a revolution. Now, what are we going to do? We need to save our planet. Damn, nigga. If there was somebody here who could do the work, there is. Who? Look. Yo, bro, we can't do that. We know the laws. So now...
That's a working race.
So now they start to rationalize it. Sounds familiar to you? Sounds like us. Yo, bro, what if he was sent here? What if he was, that's our purpose? What if the fact that Alu came here, this was the whole reason? Maybe it's meant to be this. Everybody, now you start to compromise you start to compromise yourself. You don't even realize it. Okay. And Neil, no, it's wrong. Enki, yo, bro, what if it's another means? Now we can't use artificial intelligence. No, what if you, alright, cool. But if you're going to do it, don't make them where they could be like us. Why? Because it wouldn't be right if they're like us and you got them fucking enslaved. But he did it anyway.
That's the forbidden apple.
Now, why did he do it anyway?
They made us aware of our power. It's like taking a bite.
Mm-hmm. Why did he do it anyway? He did it anyway because shit. All the shit I know, all the things I don't learn, and now I get a chance to do it, I'm going to do it. And compromises start being made. And then you got women running around here. You see, fat asses, big titties. You ain't got your girls down here. You already know I got a queen. I can have a concubine. Power is a motherfucker. Then you start looking down on us. And Lil didn't like it. He thought we were beneath him. So power, you know, think about how these motherfuckers in this world look at. Think about these motherfuckers look at people. Yeah, they corrupt you. They don't look at you as human. As human, no, they're not looking at you as dumb. So now it becomes very easy to commit the atrocities, even when the fucking flood was coming.
And no offense to any any Jewish people and people that practice Jewish faith, but I'm just talking about, you can look it up yourself. The original Bible of the Jewish people is called the Talmud. And one of the rules in the Talmud is that you don't look at a goyim, which is
we are goyims to them.
Yeah, a goyim, which is a non-Jewish person, as a human.
We're goyims.
You can eat at the table with the dog versus. So this is going to his point. This is what they do to rationalize their crazy shit. And
the Talmud was written after the Hebrew Bible, after the Torah. The Talmud was written by the people, with no disrespect, who hijacked the religion. Because Akhenaten was black, therefore the original Jews, with no disrespect, were black.
The whole Kanye West argument.
The whole Kanye West argument. Because Akhenaten was black, Moses was black. So with no disrespect to anybody else, the original Jews had to be black. Now, not saying they can't be white Jews who adopts the religion, but the adopting the religion also created a Talmud, where I'm better than you if you're not Jewish. But really, what do you mean I'm better than you? Because you're black.
It gets more extreme of what they say they can do to go.
Oh yeah, I've read it.
But yes, Bob won't touch on that. Do your own research, because I don't want to offend nobody.
And the Talmud, and I don't watch a guy go to fuck. I watch a white guy, Jewish guy, go to fucking Israel.
Me too.
And he was walking around asking about the Talmud.
All the time, yeah.
And it's like, why you doing that for? And they got mad. It's like the Talmud, and one of them was like, the Talmud don't exist. And some of them saying they don't exist. Yeah, and all kinds of shit.
Yeah,
so why you gotta allow ones out that it exists? Because what's in it is disgusting.
It's crazy.
That's why. And it exposes the truth to what you really think.
It's one will call satanic, like in that word.
But
the shit is very, very low frequency. But like I said, you can look it up on your own. I really have to talk about that.
But like I said, you know, man, when you stop looking at other beings as yourself, as other beings, it's easy to do the things that they did. So they did what the fuck they did because they thought it was better than they called themselves gods. Mm-hmm. They called us humans.
But if you look at it right now,
they said they was from heaven. This is hell.
If you look at it right now, that's what the whole last podcast episode part 3 is about heaven and hell, and that's what Wu-Tang was trying to say. But if you look at it right now, rich people, they consider themselves fucking celebrities. They look at themselves as gods. And like, they kind of get and the way they prop them up. That's why they say don't worship false idols, things like that. Isn't what you call it, Bible, which like that. It's true. Because you worship people, it's not a God. It's just you.
Yeah, talking about I'm blessed up. So if you blessed up traveling in private jets with all your money, I ain't got shit, so I ain't blessed.
Exactly.
So who made you blessed?
And
I ain't.
I'm not going at nobody. I'm using these
facts,
people
man.
as examples. They big
factoid.
artists, and these are the first visions that come to mind. Like a person like Beyonce, that's super duper famous. I mean, like if you look at their concerts, she be on a pedestal, a literal pedestal, like certain times, like in the middle of like a quadrillion people crying. You have to understand, energy is real, man.
Yeah.
I mean, you get that shit she been getting that shit for the last 20, 25 years. Kid in hand and fucking foot and what you call it. You start looking at yourself higher than
you might start believing the fucking hype.
You forget that he's from Houston. You forget all that shit. Like
you might start believing the fucking hype. You might start believing that maybe I am that.
Like Michael Jackson, you think Mike? I love Mike.
Oh, Mike, I love Mike, but Mike started believing the hype.
You think when people, you didn't see people faint.
You start believing the hype
over him since he was a kid. That he didn't start believing the hype a little bit. Like, yo, I'm basically not like y'all. Like
when you sold the hype.
They from Gary, Indiana. They forget where they from.
When you
That's
sold
where
the
that
hype.
You forget where you from.
Like you forgetting like a nigga, like a record
politicians and the blue bloods, they really look at themselves.
Yeah,
like gods.
Like you not
because they come from royal.
Well, they think they do.
They come from royal bloodlines. Yeah. Hundreds of years of. They might be
hundreds of years of fucking the world.
They might be fucking like probably like half breeds of the god.
Probably them
the
motherfuckers
gods, yeah, that's what I'm saying,
them
you know what
niggas.
I mean? The gods, because you know a lot of them said they relate to the niggas from Egypt and shit like that. That's what I did.
Because the question I asked you,
maybe it was.
If motherfuckers,
that's why all the fucking presidents relate to. Look that up.
No disrespect.
Bush related to because they all related.
That's a factoid.
They look that shit up.
And with no disrespect to anybody, if Moses was talking to gods and this nigga talking to gods and Enoch goes to God and this and that and the third, what make a motherfucker think that these same people ain't communicating with these motherfuckers now?
Which brings to our next point. Perfect segue.
Helping them,
aiding them. This is my perfect segue. And that's why I left this for the last one, because this may go on for short, long meaning, but this is what I want to touch on. Do you think they are still around? Let me touch on this. Alright, I'm doing like this, because I believe this a lot. I won't say I'm 100% believe, because I always want to keep myself open to make sure, you know what I mean, that ain't misled. I'm doing my research, doing my due diligence. As my man Jay Marvel would say, watch Jay Marvel's channel too as well. He exposed a lot of Hollywood shit that goes on. But if I was to believe 100% this shit, yes, they're still here. And why I say that is, like my nigga Billy, like my man, like our older brother Billy Carson said, they've been here, they've been doing this for eons. He said they got to the point where they can live for eons, to the point they can live eternally. If I go back to the clip I played, eternally is me forever.
Yeah, to keep changing bodies.
So if they could have did that thousands and they did that for eons already, it's not like if a split. They already did this for thousands and thousands and thousands of years.
Why they still doing?
Why won't they stop? Then you also, and my critical thinking is, they also here growing up, like I'm like, I forgot the name they made the trilogy in the Matrix, David Icke. You see these books like that of the government working with aliens and the aliens government and aliens created the white man and in the laboratory. You hear all these fucking crazy stories growing up. It kind of sounds like them. The government working with the aliens. Aliens are like, it kind of sounds like them. It's people behind the group, a bloodline, a royal bloodline that controls it. It kind of sounds like them. You might think they're talking about the royal bloodline like the people that are in Britain and shit like that. I don't think they're talking about them when they talk about them. I think they're talking about this royal bloodline, this godlike bloodline.
These people believe they were gods.
It sounds like them.
Yeah, because and you gotta understand when you read
that control, why the fuck would they stop? It just makes no sense.
And the thing about it, one of their greatest weaknesses on this planet, why they would have to find the technology to change from conscious from body to body was why. When Anu came here, and he came down to see them, and he saw them, he said, "Oh my God, he didn't say, "Oh my God," but he said, "Oh my children," because he looked good. Because on their planet they age slower, and he said, "Look how old you've gotten." He said, "Y'all have aged so much," and that's the other thing in the tablets that they didn't like. None of them like. They said the days are too fucking quick here. We're getting old too fast here. And I'm willing to bet that Enki was like, yo, let me figure out a way to be able to move our consciousness from body to body if we're going to stay on this planet.
And I think I know why. And I'm best to believe, it's just a hypothesis, but I'll bet you.
And even without even doing that with their bodies, they still was able to live very fucking long.
Like, I'll bet you
500
believe
years.
we age faster on this planet because we got a faster rotation. The Earth is sped up 20 more seconds. That was on the news actually 6 months ago. So I believe that the faster rotation, faster time, faster you age. I mean, almost like what Superman did. I mean, like, so, like, the thing about it, so, do you believe that they're still here?
Yeah, man. Because why? The tactics are still the same. And I believe that even the wars that we fight are wars that they're using us to fight. Because the tactics are all still the same. And not only that, the lands where these wars are being fought is the same lands that these wars were being fought in back then. And then when you look at the people that are involved in these wars, are the same people that were involved in these wars back then.
You said Thoth was the most honorable one out of all of them. He the one that told the truth. And basically, he didn't like what they was doing to fight it. Now, going back to what you said, bringing up Tutu. Hypothetically, this is a stretch. What if he's Thoth?
I thought about it.
Because he's trying to look for a revolution. Like, because he seemed like somebody that didn't want to go against what you call it. And I'm pretty sure, if going with the analogy, or if it's just Tutu, you're not the only ones he taught. So what if he's looking for, like, a Neo? He's looking for something, like an army to go against. Or to wake up the rest of the world. And go about it. You said you give me a story, right? This is his story, but if I say fuck up anything, you correct me. Long story short, he hit his head against your head.
Yeah, third eye to third eye.
Third eye, nothing happened.
I thought nothing happened.
You thought nothing happened. Then eventually, years, months, things you started getting visions. Things that you didn't.
Even now, all the stuff that Billy Carson and them niggas talk about, I already know. I listen to these niggas because it fucking weird. I be like, what the fuck? Because I don't know how I know these things. You understand what I'm saying? I don't know how I know these things. And the irony all that whole night when he did that, I was a skeptic. I didn't believe nothing to begin with. Not that I didn't believe in the stuff. I didn't believe in all of that thing people call mumbo jumbo. So he's like, let me pass on some of me to you guys. And I'm like, I said, I gotta go up here. Because I'm about to just stand here. And when this nigga come to me and ask me, I'm like...
And that was also for a reason, too. You may think that you was a skeptic, but that was the energy. And I'm pretty sure he probably knew you was going to come up there. I mean, like, you went up there as a skeptic in your conscious, but your subconscious, you want to know.
Yeah, because I went to his classes.
You wanted to know.
I kept
that's
going
why
back.
you went up there. But what forced you to go up there more than anybody else did? All right, let's go.
My inner self made me want to go up there.
But in your frontal lobe, your consciousness, it was like, okay, I don't believe this shit. But you was supposed to be the one to go up there. Because think about it, look what you're doing now. Look at the episode we have now.
Yeah.
Look at the music we make a lot of times. So it's like, and who knows where it's going to go and who's going to hit who's ready. You know what I mean?
Because I believe that, to be honest with you, I just believe that this is the path. Not the path for righteousness or the path for saving the world.
Not the truth.
Or my path.
That's what, but yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? My path, not nobody else's path. My path. You understand? I gotta understand now too. My path. This is my path. What am I going through? Hey, yo, if it leads to something greater than I, then that's what it's supposed to lead to. But I don't do this shit to save the world. I do this shit because it's what's supposed to be done. If a nigga running in the store sticking shit up, he ain't worried about me and you doing the podcast talking about being on a high frequency. So I'm not worrying about a nigga sticking up a store. I'm gonna do what we know we're supposed to do. This is what it is. It's high frequency conversation about things that we talk about on a regular daily basis because this is what it is. You understand what I'm saying? Be here because we're supposed to be here, not because we chose to be here. Because we're supposed to be here.
One can argue is that, and this is a fickle thing because it's a series of choices that brought us to this point, literally right now. And whoever's watching this, it's a series of choices.
Because I'm about to fuck a nigga head up in a minute.
Hold on, but like, it's a series of choices that brought us up. And one can argue is that,
I'm gonna fuck your head up in a minute.
Whatever we was gonna do, he's gonna be here anyway.
You know why? I'm explaining. You hit it on the head. Let me show you how special you are. I am. How many subscribers?
20.
20 subscribers. Let me show you how special 20 subscribers are. 8 billion fucking people in the world. And out of 8 billion people in the world, you know shit that the majority of the world don't know?
Why?
Why?
I ask that question all the time. Man.
Why are you now in the 1% of wealth of knowledge and information? Why have you been blessed to vibrate on the frequency that you even sat here to make it go from 1 subscriber to 20 subscribers? Why? Why are we here having this conversation? I like to smoke bud. I like to have sex. I like materialistic things. But my calling in my heart is for something deeper and greater. Why? Why am I attracted to this information and knowledge? Why? Why the people who built the pyramids dealt with this information and knowledge? Why am I privy to even understanding it where I still keep seeking more? Why? Out of 8 billion people on the fucking planet was I blessed?
I tell my show
Why?
I tell my show this all the time. You can't take this shit for granted.
So you can't take this. You see this? Heavy is the fucking head that wears the crown.
And with great power comes great responsibility.
And with great power comes great responsibility.
I tell people this all the time, man. I tell people this all the time. Like, yeah, it doesn't go past me very like easy that I'm privy to this kind of information because I've been thinking about that for years. I'm talking about for years. Since probably a teen. Why the fuck?
What the fuck I need tutu for?
What?
Why did I run to Billy Carson on the fucking internet for?
Why the fuck? Like, why the fuck do I know all the things I know? Why do I see the things I see? Why am I able to see the symbolization of these niggas trying to do? Why am I able to see the lies? Why am I able to watch a new... Since a kid, why am I able to...
Why is the Matrix
question
more
the Bible
than a movie than a movie to you?
Why was the Matrix more than a movie to me? Why? I always ask myself, why? Why me? Like you said, it's all these people on the planet that's just walking like, the fucking party, this, and no offense to everybody, but it's true.
No, because everybody's on their own journey.
PS5, this, that, and third, and I love all those things too, but like I said, why am I, so like I said, not only privy to the information, able to retain it, able to comprehend it, and very, 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 very interested in it.
Why?
So I can keep looking for more. Like, why? Like, if everybody that's like this,
know how special
yourself,
you are.
Why?
And understand how fucking special
it's
you
rare.
are.
It's very rare.
8 billion people on this planet, and most of these 8 billion people on the planet are nothing but clones. They are the same. They think the same. They look the same. They analyze the same. They eat the same. If a nigga told them a fucking burger was good, it was good. So, and you don't. You could have been watching any other fucking podcast that's more profitable to the individuals doing it, but you watch this.
Or funner.
You know what I mean? But why? Why? It's a reason for that. Because we have been blessed. And you gotta understand that when you've been, yo, boy, a nigga seek material fucking physical wealth. The 1% controls all the wealth in the fucking world. Well, how about when you are in the 1% that understands all the spiritual wealth of the fucking world? Where would you rather be? Because the physical wealth can be acquired through the spiritual wealth. You understand what I'm saying? But you're in a 1% of the people who wants to know or who know. Nigga, that's beautiful because everybody ain't. That's beautiful.
And certain things that was what's called my mind. Knowing this knowledge and knowing, I don't give a fuck what nobody say. I'm not talking about all of them. I'm talking about the highest ones. Since a kid, and everybody said I was bugging, and I'm going a little off topic but on topic. Certain reasons that how you analyze that. Since a kid, I would look at magicians, right? Remember I told you, John, all my brothers, John, Vaughn, y'all like, nah, nigga, it's just a trick. For good reason. But when I was a kid, I think superheroes have brought up my mind to everything.
Yeah, I think superheroes are there for me too.
And also, what Murray Drew was, common sense. So I use that common sense thing for everything. So I said, I'm looking at David Blaine's street magic thing, right? And I also listen to what people say. And I also know in these rules that they made, you know what, if it's in dark comes light, so they know you got to tell the people what it is eventually it's going to come out. So they do it in different ways, with a loophole, with jokes, with hypotheticals, with this, with movies, with that, and that, and I overstand that. That's something I always overstood too, so I just about with words. And I'm looking at street magic David Blaine, right? And this nigga is doing things that, okay, on the stage, I get it. Assistants, I get it. In the middle of Times Square, in the middle of fucking Queens, walking to a bum, taking his cup. You see the coffee, I slow the shit down. It sound like, and I'm gonna get to another point too. It's all in to me. And he's shaking the cup, and the shit fills up with coins. And you see the coffee going down, and the coins going up. him throwing cards and is on the other side of the like he's doing things, he's manipulating matter. Now if you understand the thing that Billy Carson is talking about, and the thing that Tutu did, and no offense to people that's religious, the things that Jesus did, you want to know Jesus? These great feats he was doing, yeah, it was real. But you know how to manipulate the fucking these niggas, and then you hear things like Domino, another great nigga. He went into the woods and sacrificed the thing, learned some crazy shit and try to. It's all esoteric fucking other shit he was learning to do. It's all in us. Now, I mean, it's all just because they white doesn't mean they can do it. I don't believe none of that shit. Like, it's all in us, and there's certain things you could do. Like the David Blaine, he posed a question, right? And so did Domino, so did the other Asian nigga. I forgot his name. He said, "Yo, man," he said, he's on. I don't know if David Lemon said what. He said, "What if the trick is that's not a trick?" Domino, what if the trick is that's not a trick? Like, that's the trick. What the trick is not a trick. The other Asian kid, you look at all these shits up, all of them. And all of them is connected with some kind of other occultic magic shit in it from the fucking like 1800s. It's some kind of, I'm not trying to say that it's what you call it, but it's some occultic shit. You know what I mean? They go to the dark side of it, we consider the devil, or Satan, whatever you call it. It's just dark magic, whatever you want to call it. But it's some kind of, what you call it, it's some kind of magic they're doing. This shit's been around forever. So you hear Jesus was turning water to wine, what one of the names he went by, water to wine, and shit like that, like. But
look, the thing about it is this.
Cause that nigga actually did it. They tried to do that. You can look all this shit up. Magician chose water to wine. He's in the middle of the restaurant. Walking in the restaurant, takes the water, girl cup, and the water bottle. Start filling it up like. So this is a matter manipulation. If you look up to this shit, Pentecostal can explain way better. It's matter manipulation shit, and the monks practice it. What you call practice it? This is something you could practice.
Yeah, but you see a lot of
monks turn shit to fire. All this shit is practice. That is not a trick.
No.
Tricks.
That
the
right
world
there,
is more spirit.
That's alchemy.
Oh yeah, that's the goal.
That's
what I was looking for. Alchemy.
Yeah, but the thing about it, see this, that's what I'm about to say. That's alchemy. Let me tell you something. Alchemy and illusions almost work hand in hand.
So shit they do not illusion, bro.
You know what I'm saying? I'm saying almost work hand. No. Don't get me wrong. I don't, but almost work hand in hand. Illusions. That's a nice show to do. I'm gonna stop right there.
But listen, I'm not disagreeing. It's illusions mixed. It's a mixture. But like another trick they've been showing, I'm not sure y'all also all these shits too. He went to the doctor. The doctor stabbed him with a big ass pin. Dude, what you call it? Vital organs. Didn't get fucked up. No blood on the pin. No fucking marks when he pulled it out. All this shit could look up. That is also called something that said is a sword swallower and practiced back in the days. And then I think those folks in between end up dying like that. Oh, you look all this shit up. Because I lost so shit about magicians. What the fuck you call that? That's not a trick. A trick is something behind it. You can't stab yourself with something. There's no blood. No. It's going through it, and they show it through the X-ray. And you can look this up on YouTube.
I completely agree with you, but
I'm pretty sure y'all saw it on the special.
Okay, don't disagree with you. But I've also seen people put their hands in fire, don't get burned, and I understand why you can do it. Because it's a technique behind it, behind everything.
It's a technique because I stabbed me something no blood. Maybe the doctor. He's like, why is no blood?
Maybe the doctor don't know what they know. Because like
he told the doctor to stab him. He didn't tell him the place to stab him. The doctor stabbed him when he wanted to.
Like I said, maybe he knows something the doctor don't know. Because the doctor is what? Practicing medicine. He don't know. So
like I said,
practices what he's been taught.
If you go to all that practice medicine, like, what they doing is not tricks. That's my whole point. It's not a fucking trick.
I'm not saying it's a trick.
It's
I'm
something
saying
they study and know.
I'm saying there's techniques to it.
It's just so it's magic.
No, but you see,
it's a technique.
No,
this is no.
Don't get me wrong, bro. But you see, that's why I said that would be a good topic for another show. Because the way I believe in magic is not the way other people believe in magic, and that's a whole nother topic for another show. So we will go back and forth debating upon that all day long. Because I don't look at magic the way other people look at magic.
Listen, I do, because you know this. Like I said. Look up Billy Carson, other people say bad manipulation, all this shit.
I know what you're talking about, but he was not literally talking about in that sense at all.
I don't know if you're talking about the same video, but it's multiple. It's a few accounts of people talking about how it can be doing.
You can manipulate matter. I completely do that.
Better than us, because once you realize that we ain't real.
No.
Like I said, exactly. We're not real. And once you realize it's an illusion, you can manipulate.
You can manipulate matter through vibrations and frequencies. I understand all that. That's why I said I don't believe in magic. That's not magic. That's manipulating matter through technique.
But still, like I said, to get caught up in labels, we should be beyond that. You be beyond that. Because when we call it magic, it's magic to us. It's just something you label it as. It's something esoteric. It's something supernatural. Something.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think don't think it's nothing supernatural.
No, I'm saying
like
it's supernatural.
I think
It
it's
don't
just
mean
science.
ghostly. It means.
I think it's just science.
Okay, if it's a science, it's something you can do with your body and you can tap into the universe, which is considered magic.
I think it's
I mean,
science.
like,
metaphysics, science,
magic.
metaphysics.
Like, what do you call it? You want to get caught up in words?
Magic, bro.
And you can call it.
So you gotta get out of those terminologies and make it, because what I'm talking about.
Because you make it mystical to a low frequency nigga, like the fuck.
Right, and we're supposed to be taking people to a high frequency, so I don't think we call it magic.
Like I said, but you don't have to call it.
I think we need to call it magic, because it's not.
Okay, so is that red?
No, red is just a fucking word. That could have been anything.
Exactly.
They could have called it blue. That's why I said, why call it then?
Then it's your choice to call it metaphysics or alchemy. It's my choice to call that raw, high, or red.
All right.
So it's like I said, if you don't, is that taking it to
raw, high is red.
Exactly, and magic is metaphysics.
Same word. Magic is metaphysics.
I mean, like I said, I disagree. But
magic is illusions. Metaphysics is science.
Okay. And you said they go hand in hand. So
because you can lose illusions and metaphysics altogether to trick people.
A trick is an illusion. Magic is not a fucking
No,
trick.
listen.
So
I said you can lose illusions. I don't believe in voodoo.
You don't believe Saturday and all that?
No.
I do. Like I said, that's what they
do.
First of all, I experienced it. And as many accounts, other people experienced it.
I believe that people experience what they want to believe.
I feel you. I mean, like I said, then
because the mind, like you just said, none of this is real. So your mind creates whatever you want to believe in. Whatever world you want to believe in, that's what's going to create for you.
If you could not believe in voodoo, and fucking somebody could do something, and then you go, your mind just could create that, then well, that's some form of stuff.
Yeah, that's manipulation. That's technique.
That's the great spell.
That's like the same thing as telling people, you know what I'm saying, what if the trick ain't real, what if it's not a trick? It's manipulating the mind to believe something else.
You know there's plants, there's different things that can influence people that are going to use? You know there's plants and different things that, first of all, things like MKUltra, there's things you break down around this. There's mind altering drugs. There's things that actually
but there's techniques.
But I know there's also techniques, but there's things that actually can manipulate the person into which we would call spells.
I completely agree with you. Techniques, though.
So you just call it a different word. Who gives a fuck?
It's not spells. It's not incantations. It's techniques. I give you a fucking plant. You drink it, and your brain is mine. I could tell you anything I want you to tell you. It's like the biting of an apple. What you call it? What's your name? That's drugs, though, bro. That's not magic.
Okay, so
magic.
My whole point is that
that's not
you just getting
out of the. Go ahead. I'm listening to what you're saying. I'm not. I'm not. I don't want them to get caught up in the word. I'm not caught up in the word. I understand exactly what it is.
If they're getting caught
because
up in the words,
the ancients didn't call it magic.
I don't give a fuck. I'm not the ancients. If they didn't get caught up,
but I am practicing what the ancients did. They didn't call it magic.
I'm practicing some of the practices the ancients did, and I'm trying to relate to the things that people could actually relate to. Now, I mean, so like metaphysics and that's what I
don't relate to what people relate to.
I feel you. I'm trying to get
a higher frequency.
I'm popping on a higher frequency, but I also know how to fucking get down to people's frequency so they can fucking articulate and fucking comprehend what I'm talking about. So if I'm clearly saying that, if I'm saying spells and magic, just like I brought up many times, don't get caught up in fucking words. It's not it's not the magic like wooga wooga, and it may be something else, maybe a little more something that's a little more attainable, a little more comprehensible. If I'm still saying it's magic and spells, you know what I'm talking about. It's not the mumbo jumbo you saw on Disney. It's not what you call it, but all of this shit existed. What you want to call it, metaphysics, techniques, this, that, and the fucking third. It's things that's outside our motherfucking knowledge, far outside of it. That's considered to be movie, fantasy, fucking fiction type shit.
That's why they call it magic. And that's why in the movies they call it magic.
But they could have called this fucking mata.
That's why they didn't call it metaphysics. So you can actually research that and find out how to do the things. That's why they call it magic.
So can I tell you?
If you go get a go ahead.
If you research magic, if they call it metaphysics, you can see how to do the thing. If you research magic, I researched it.
I researched it.
It's nothing but fucking alchemy and metaphysics on that shit. The way they're supposed to do the things that you're supposed to do, natural herb shit, certain type of thing. When the sun is at this top, then that's all energy. What you want to say? So okay, you still getting the same thing. You still getting the same thing. You're not supposed to do it if you don't know how to do it. We still getting the fucking same things. It's not like you say. You go look in the mirror 3 times, you say 1, 2, 3. There's no shit like that. This shit is real shit. And I won't advise nobody to do it, because this one is on every one of them. That's why I didn't tamper with none of that shit yet. Back in the days, I was trying to do shit for money, and I was going to get a money candle and a whole bunch of crazy shit.
I don't believe in none of that.
And I started looking at shit like that. But okay, like I said, I take his own. But like I said, the thing that's on it is very not unrealistic. Like you could tell, like it's esoteric things that's maybe tapping into maybe your highest consciousness, which makes you can tap into the ether of the motherfucking universe. Like it's nothing like. It's lower frequency motherfucking incantations or whatever.
I don't believe that's not what the David Blaine or none of them is doing.
That's I disagree. Like then I want somebody to explain. You know, they're saying no illusions. Unexplainable things. Like I said, certain things explain. Stay shit, I can explain that. Even if I don't know exactly how to do it, I can get it. Cutting the woman in half, doing this animal on the side, the mirrors, the lighting, the this and that, they're not walking in the middle of the fucking street. No. Not taking other people's property. No. Multiple counts. No, maybe it's everybody's stage there. No. There's people that was fucking actually there. No. Not like so like somebody gotta explain this, how they doing this shit to me. Like there's not you can't take the things I was walking around with and do a magic trick to it. It's not hard. Fucking monks and shamans. Asian people not the only one that know karate. There's white people that'll fuck you up. That fucking 19th degree black belt and shit like that.
I'm talking about the color of the person. I'm just talking about that bullshit don't cross through windows and stick. I don't believe that shit is magic. I don't believe that's no.
It's all.
I don't believe that shit is not metaphysics. I believe it's all tricks. That's what I'm talking. I can't explain.
Hold on,
I said
listen.
we can. That's why I said this is for another show. I could literally sit here and debate with you on that, but I don't want to.
I feel you, but loosely.
For another show, I would definitely do that.
I'm not
sure. I don't want to.
You go deep into shit. What you call it? I said, but that's that. You don't have to answer it. Somebody in the comments. Somebody, please. How? Give me one fucking hypothesis. There's one reasonable one. How you can do the thing, taking a cup, make the fucking coins come up out of nowhere, fucking draw a stack of cards, the card that somebody guessed in their mind. Over and over a door window, and that card sticks on the window, opposite sides. And no cuts. I watched the shit, you lift the shit up,
I've seen it a million times.
Except there's no cuts in it. That's what's getting me. Maybe they cut me, maybe it's short. There's no cuts. And I do editing, I know what the fuck cuts look like. Go through it, stacking them, like, bro, these shits is like, and it's not harder for me to fathom that I understand what's going on. None of this shit is real. It's all matter manipulation. And then you hear David Blaine, all these things you can look up. Please don't take none of my shit for it. Look all these shits up. Talk about this esoteric side of it. In depth. Download. In depth. Knowing exactly what the fuck they're talking about. Or sound exactly. Terminology. What like, they're into this type of shit. The people they study. The books they read. So like, bro, it's not hard to fucking think. He's been doing it for 35 years. Somebody's been practicing something for 35 years. I'm pretty sure they would get good at it.
They're very good at illusions.
I mean, like, I feel you, but like I said,
you ever saw the movie, it's about magic. It's called The Illusionist. Great movie. Great movie. It's a good movie to watch.
Yeah, it was Need for More Green and all that shit.
With Russell Crowe. Russell Crowe and the son who played Batman.
Yeah, that's it. With Christian Bale.
Christian Bale.
Yeah, I seen it.
Great movie.
Once or twice. It was. But like I said,
magic and how, and that was taking place like in 18 something.
Yeah, man, we're gonna say that for another time.
Yeah, because it's enjoyable. I'm telling you, it's a good conversation.
We can do a topic on all that. We can do a topic on the esoteric side, magic, the occult side.
Magic versus real magic. Call it that.
But yeah, man. It's episode 21. And I hope it's entertaining, it's informative. Maybe feel the topic, but that's what conversations do. But you know, we're gonna do what we do. We'll go to the show one day. We're gonna go to the oldie but goodie. This one's now from a particular album. It's on SoundCloud, Western LG. Still running. Rice Hunt. And it's got a video too. You can go online on the Zoo York Stories. It's 2 videos. It's riding, I'm still running. This is my this is throwback featuring my boy Jack.
Yeah. Still running down the street. All my friends trying to eat. I gotta eat. And I'm getting it how I live. It's how I live. And I'm gon' push it cause it ain't gon' get. Still running down the street. All my friends trying to eat. I gotta eat. And I'm getting it how I live. It's how I live. And I'm gon' push it cause it ain't gon' get. Still running the streets trying to find what I've been looking for. All I saw was a couple of fiends. She's got me cooking raw. I took the night down wood and started grinding. Got to connect for new ports, so mix some dimes in the second quarter. We sold quarters, halves, no tall order. Non-profit for my brother, yo, I'm gonna support him. Me and my bro James had a link for a while. You sold a few bags, go to school with a smile. I got fresh, we got older and wanted more. Then I hit the block harder than I once did before. Gotta keep it pushing like it's running rough. You fuck a metaphor, a nigga need a money. me. So we hit the corner. Boom, be cool, but we run up on you, won't stop till I'm out the shade and the sun shines on us. Yeah, say what you want, while we get what we want. I gangsta's paradise. Yo, it's just a baby, son. Still running down the street.
Look out for that one night too coming
All my
soon.
friends trying to eat.
Classic.
And I'm gon' push it cause it ain't gon' get it. Still running around the streets. All my friends trying to eat. I gotta eat and I'm getting it. How I live is how I live. And I'm gon' push it cause it ain't gon' get it. I stay on the tracks like I'm stalking. Dark nights sometimes make me feel like robbing. The road on my shoulders and niggas scared to get it over. The path I'm taking, I know that road is much colder. The alternative is blowing up with these devils. I understand what's going on, but nigga can't settle. I'm tired of hearing heavy metal blasting through these pipes. Fist fights, 45s lighting up the night. Skyline view, wanna live in that penthouse and live everything me and my team ever dreamt for. Give away bread and don't care why I bang out. Hating my wifey and tell her baby bring that bang top. Won't stop till my team is living plush. It's funny how you can get rich off a hunch. I got my lunch and I get up on the grind, cause the only thing you can never get back is your time. But I'm still running around the streets. All my friends trying to eat. I gotta eat and I'm getting it. How I live is how I live. And I'm gon' push it cause it ain't gon' get it. Still running around the streets. All my friends trying to eat. I gotta eat and I'm getting it. How I live is how I live. And I'm gon' push it cause it ain't gon' get it. I'm still running, still running, still running, still running, still running, still running, still running the streets, still running the streets, still running the streets, still running, still running.
We're gonna last word it and do something a little different. I'm gonna really confident say a few words for these that's in Jews. I'm gonna last word as well. Shout out to Good Knowledge. We've got information from Billy Carson. I mean, he's an expert on this thing. He's been doing this for years. I mean, so he's the first expert this shit for us. And also, Ancient Astronaut Archives. Thanks for that. They're going to bring some things to India and know what's some good looking. But last word?
Knowledge is power, man. That's it. Knowledge, wisdom, understanding. Wisdom, knowledge, understanding. All that knowledge, you know what I mean? Knowledge is power. You know what I mean? The most important thing is the information. And we live in an age of Aquarius, and it's the age of information. So, you know.
Keep me under grace, mind the law, every coach is weak, pocket coach is strong. But Billy Carson, let you take it away.
According to Thoth, only free-thinking individuals using their own conscious thought can be capable of rising to a higher level of consciousness. Say that again. According to Thoth, only free-thinking individuals using their own conscious thoughts can be capable of rising to a higher level of consciousness.
That's a whole nother
And what Thoth is saying is, in order for you guys to rise to the higher level, you got to change the way you think. You got to change the way you see the world. You got to change the way you see yourself. And only a free thinker breaking the bondage of the normalized mainstream thinking, for example, a person that sees outside of that and is able to see around and maneuver through that, only that person that can make its own mind up and its own decisions based on its own conscious thought and not download the programming code that's given to us by the teachers in the school, the mainstream media on TV, on the news, and everything else, right? The pastor at the church and all this other stuff, what your parents feed your brain 24/7, that they've been handed down from millennia to millennia. Only the person that can break through that and actually see it for what it is and think for themselves, ask questions for themselves, are the ones that can achieve a higher level of consciousness.
Well,